Today marks 3 years since the U.S.'s chaotic withdrawal from Afghanistan. The Taliban quickly took the capital of Kabul shortly after Afghanistan's president fled the country. Less than 2 weeks later, an Islamic State suicide bombing killed 170 Afghan civilians and 13 U.S. service members at Abbey Gate while people were trying to flee Kabul's airport. CBS News national security contributor Samantha Vinograd joins us now from our D.C. bureau. She's also a former counterterrorism official at the Department of Homeland Security under President Biden. Sam, you were working with the DHS on helping get Afghans out. I mean, we remember the indelible images of people on the wheels of planes as they were leaving the airport. Can you break down your role for us at the time and what it was like leading up to the fall of Kabul?
Well, Lindsay, I will never forget where I was on August 15, 2021, when the call came in that Kabul was falling. We had been engaged in planning for the evacuation from Afghanistan, both military personnel, American citizens, and Afghan allies as well. Unfortunately, Kabul fell much quicker than plans had foreshadowed. Because of that, the following days, weeks, and months were a blur as the Department of Homeland Security, including myself, worked across the U.S. government with state and local partners and international partners to bring since July 2021, more than 160,000 Afghans to the United States. That involved setting up what were called lily pads to transport Afghans from Kabul to other countries to safety, getting humanitarian services to those lily pads, ensuring that there was medicine, food, and then to set up a really unprecedented screening and vetting architecture such that these Afghans could, if they pass screening and vetting tests, safely come to the United States, where we set up safe havens at military bases so that they could undergo work authorization screening and ultimately be relocated and resettled.
Has enough been done, in your opinion, in regards to that?
Yes, I think that there has been an incredible amount of effort to bring as many Afghans as possible to the United States, whether via a parole authority, a special immigrant visa, or as refugees, and then to resettle them in their communities. And it wasn't just the U.S. government. The administration worked closely with a range of private sector partners and, again, state and local government partners to ensure that Afghans could be relocated and resettled into their communities. That work is ongoing. That work has not stopped. In fact, fiscal year 2024, first 9 months has seen the largest number of special immigrant visas issued to Afghans by the State Department in the entire history of the program. But that work is ongoing, Lindsay.
J.D. Vance spoke with my colleague Margaret Brennan on Face the Nation about this, and he expressed some concerns about properly vetting people coming through the SIV program. He said we've got to be careful. What's your response?
Well, he's right. We certainly have to be careful. But having been in the room, reviewing the screening and vetting protocols, ensuring they were flexible, ensuring that they were adequate, I can tell you that every Afghan evacuee was screened and vetted, and that work was started at the minute that Afghans started departing Kabul for these lily pads and ultimately for safe havens. Now, if derogatory information on an individual becomes available to the U.S. government after they have actually entered the country, then that's where law enforcement steps in and brings that individual back into custody or in for questioning as appropriate.
Sam Vinograd, thank you.